So Anthony Joshua has recently stated that his much anticipated fight between Tyson Fury will most likely not happen this year. He looks at it as more of a fantasy. He doesn't look at it as a realistic fight. And the reason he's saying this is because Tyson Fury currently is in very bad shape. He hasn't fought in several years. And he just doesn't look at it as a probable fight to happen this year. And I think all of us could agree with that, right? I mean, I've been saying since last year that there's no way Tyson Fury is going to fight Anthony Joshua by 2018. I say they're probably going to fight in 2019. They're probably going to fight in 2 years because, this guy has to lose a lot of weight, and you're not going to get in shape and get at your best physical fighting shape in because I remember back in October, November, they were talking about April. I'm like, you're not going to get in your best condition in just 6 months like that unless you starve yourself. And again, he hasn't fought in 2 years, so it wouldn't be fair for Tyson Fury and it wouldn't be fair to Anthony Joshua either, because both of these guys, let's say Tyson Fury fought Anthony Joshua next, right? In his very first fight. It wouldn't be fair to Joshua, because if you were to just blow him out of there, nobody will give him credit. Nobody. They'll say, well, Tyson Fury hadn't fought in 2 years. No wonder, Joshua just blew him out of there. They wouldn't give him credit. And it also wouldn't be credit for, it also wouldn't be fair for Tyson Fury, because he wouldn't have, he would be really rusty, and he wouldn't have had the proper time that he needed to get his reflexes back. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua also said something like, if it was up to him, and if Fury was in shape, he would probably be talking to Eddie Hearn about fighting him March instead of Joseph Parker. And he said it's not his fault that Fury isn't in shape, because he said he's ready. He's won belts. He's defended his belts. And you know what? He's right. It's not his fault. It's not Joshua's fault that Tyson Fury, wasn't active for 2 years. It's not Joshua's fault that Tyson Fury let himself go. It's not Joshua's fault that Tyson Fury gained 80 pounds. It's not Joshua's fault that, Tyson Fury has to spend another, a good 12 months just to get rid of the weight and have a couple of tune-up fights just to get himself in the best physical timing and shape and back to his boxing ability. It's not Joshua's fault. That's all down to Fury. You know what I'm saying? It's all down to Fury. It's not Joshua's fault that Fury has depression. It's not Joshua's fault that Fury has been taking drugs. It's not his fault that, he was banned from boxing or whatever. It's not his fault that the UCAD was after him. It's not. That's not his fault. And I do believe Anthony Joshua. I do believe if Tyson Fury was in shape, he would be fighting him. You see Tyson Fury going around acting like Joshua was scared of him, putting posts on Twitter saying, that he needs to man up and fight me. He doesn't have the heart to fight me. But it's like, dude, why would he fight you? If he fought you, nobody will give him credit. If he fought you right now, first of all, he can't fight you right now because you're grossly out of shape. And if he fought you right now, nobody will give him credit because they'll just say, well, he fought him after Fury was inactive and he had to lose 50 pounds. They wouldn't give him credit because that's how boxing fans are. They don't give you credit, especially every time somebody fights a guy who hasn't fought in a year or in several months, if the guy loses, or if he's supposed to win and if he loses, they never give the guy who beat him credit. They just say, oh, he hadn't fought in a year. That's what they do. They try to discredit the guy. So, imagine the amount of people that don't like Joshua and the amount of people that love Tyson Fury. They will definitely not credit Joshua. And again, Tyson Fury has to realize this. Tyson Fury, he's not an idiot. He realizes that he's not in shape. So, yeah, I do agree with this. I do think they're going to fight next year, hopefully. And to be honest, I'm not even sure because it's all down to Tyson Fury. It's not down to Joshua. It's down to Tyson Fury. He has to get himself in shape. He has to get his ass in shape, and he has to get himself in the ring. So this year, 2018, has to be the year that Tyson Fury fights. I mean, gets himself in shape and fights a couple of tune-up fights. Okay? Then, and get himself back in the public eye, and when it, not in terms of like, you know, controversies things, in terms of putting himself back, you know, in terms of his boxing matches. Then next year, 2019, and he's in shape. He's had like 2-3 wins under his belt. Then people will want to see it. Let me know what you guys think of Tyson Fury's comments. Do you guys, Joshua's comments, do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? And I'm out.